It is Thursday, June 10th, 2021. Welcome into DIRTRACKR Daily. I'm Justin Fiedler. Today we are talking about last night's racing at Eldora in Circle City. There's news from Senoia Raceway in Georgia, today's streaming schedule, and more. So let's get going. If you were to look at the results from last night's opening prelim features for the Double Dream Week at Eldora, you'd say that things went pretty much how most folks thought. Brandon Overton took the night's first 25-lapper, and Jonathan Davenport won the second feature and $10,000. But as we watched it last night, things didn't quite go that easily. The Heartbreak of the Night award goes to Stormy Scott for sure. Since winning at East Bay with Lucas back on January 28th, Stormy hasn't been in the spotlight. That was until last night. He was quick time in his group, picked up a transfer spot in his heat race, and sat on the pole of the first feature. It was one of those nights where things were going really well until they went really bad. He led the first 21 laps of the feature but was under pressure late from fourth starting Brandon Overton. Into turn one with 4 to go, Stormy slipped up on the high side and ended up in the wall, ending his night. He later admitted to Dirt on Dirt's Joshua Joyner that he was watching the big screen trying to see where Overton was and just missed his entry a little bit. Now he'll need to replace some front suspension pieces and get his car back into shape to try and march his way into tonight's Dream feature. Overton went on to win that race with Kyle Bronson, Chad Simpson, Ricky Weiss, and Chris Ferguson all in the top 5. Drivers with less than stellar results included Brandon Shepard in 12th, Chris Madden in 16th, Dennis Erb Jr. in 19th, Darrell Lanigan in 22nd, and Hudson O'Neal was out early with overheating problems and finished 24th. And guys like Kyle Strickler and Ross Bales did not make it out of the first B main. The second feature was dominated flag to flag by Jonathan Davenport, with Jimmy Owens, Jacob Hawkins, Mike Marlar, and Brian Shirley rounding out that top 5. Kyle Larson ended up 8th in the second feature after getting an earlier heat race win and running top 5 for the opening stretch of that race. Scott Bloomquist was one of the notables who didn't transfer from the second B main. Looking ahead to tonight, heat race lineups were set by last night's results based on points and a 2-car invert. Heats will be 15 laps with the top 3 making the big show. Kyle Larson, Jacob Hawkins, Dale McDowell, Ryan Shirley, Chad Simpson, and Brandon Shepard are the pole setters for the 6 heats. Following heats, we'll get 2 20-lap consolation races, followed by 2 5-lap scrambles. Then after that, we'll go racing for 100 laps and $127,000 to win. Night 1 certainly didn't change my mind about what to expect for tonight. I still think that Davenport, Overton, and Larson are really good positions for tonight. I do think, though, that Superman is the favorite. He looked nearly untouchable last night, going quick time and getting the heat race win before the feature domination. I know 100 laps is obviously a long race, and it'll include cautions and restarts. We'll obviously mix things up, and the track will change dramatically from start to finish. But I think barring some sort of bad luck, I don't know how you bet against Davenport at this point. Hot laps begin at Eldora tonight at 6:30 with heat races scheduled to go green at 8. If you can't be there, watch the action live on Flow Racing. Drop me a comment below or on social and let me know who you're picking to win tonight. And I'm debating about doing another live stream for tonight. We'll do another watch party on YouTube. Drop me a note and let me know if you're down for that. We could go live and watch the Dream and Indiana Midget Week tonight. About 2 hours to the southwest of Eldora last night, Indiana Midget Week was in action at Circle City Raceway in Indianapolis. The USAC midget competitors were back racing after a 2-day break following the first 4 nights of racing. It was the debut for the midgets at the track, and when the dust settled at the end, we were treated to a first-time winner and the youngest winner in the history of the series. California's Corey Day was super impressive, starting on the outside front row and leading all 30 laps en route to the win. At 15 years and 6 months old, he's now the youngest driver to ever win a USAC midget feature, beating the previous record held by Zeb Wise at 15 years, 8 months. Day is competing this week with Clausen Marshall. Through the first 4 nights had been solid, but hadn't yet kind of shown that race-winning pace. He's been good out in California so far in 2021, doing a lot of sprint car racing, but last night was definitely a coming-out party for him. Had a few people tell me recently that he's going to be one to watch going forward, and he'll definitely be, I think, on people's radar now. One of the people hanging around Victory Lane last night, if you were paying attention on Flow Racing, was past World of Outlaws champion Jason Myers, who Dade drove for earlier in the season in his sprint car. It's one hell of a mentor to have if you're a young driver out there in California. As for the battle for the week-long title, Chris Windham extended his points lead last night, even though he finished 12th. Buddy Kofoid ended up tipped over on lap 19, and he finished 19th, and the trouble had seen him slip to 3rd in the points. So with 3 nights still to race, Wyndham leads Logan Seavey by 17 points, with Kofoid third, Dazen Pursley fourth, and Justin Grant in fifth. Wyndham has also taken the points lead in the season-long championship chase for the USAC National Midgets, now leading Kofoid by 7 markers. With the top 10 streaks busted for both Kofoid and Justin Grant last night, Dazen Pursley has now the longest current top 10 streak in the series at 5 races. Indiana Midget Week continues tonight at Lincoln Park Speedway. Wyndham and Kyle Larson split wins there in 2020. If you can attend, watch live on Flow Racing. When I had Jacqueline Rumley on an episode of Conversations back in early April, she made mention of the improvements happening at Senoia Raceway in Georgia, and the track took a big step forward today with the announcement of a big money weekend coming up later in the year. On November 12th and 13th, the track will host an unsanctioned super late model event celebrating their 52nd year of racing that will pay $10,000 to win on Friday night and a very nice $52,000 to win on Saturday night. With the Pollard family now back in control of the racetrack and veteran racer Clint Smith helping run things, this event and all the work that has been completed show the commitment of keeping this track thriving. Both nights will be streamed live on Flow, and I'm sure it will attract a fantastic field of cars. The track will release more event details soon. There are 7 shows on the streaming schedule for today. Fast 4 has the continuation of Sooner 600 Week now at Creek County Speedway. Flow Racing has Night 2 of the Dreams, Indiana Midget Week from Lincoln Park, and weekly IMCA action from Kossuth County. Speed Sport has Micros from US 24 and IMCA Racing at Thunder Mountain. To see the full daily streaming schedule with links to watch, visit DIRTRACKR.com/watch tonight. That's it for the show today. Hope everybody has a good Thursday. If you have thoughts about the topics on today's show, please leave them in the comments below or tweet at me. You can find DIRTRACKR Daily where you get podcasts plus YouTube and Facebook. If you like what I'm doing, please subscribe and leave a review. You can follow DIRTRACKR on Twitter, Instagram, Facebook, and TikTok at DIRTRACKR. And you can check out the website for all kinds of cool dirt racing stuff by visiting DIRTRACKR.com. Thanks everybody for tuning in. We'll see you tomorrow for more DIRTRACKR Daily.